Hi guys, it's Drea. Okay, so I skipped November favorites. I guess you could say this is a really late November favorites. It's going up like in the middle of December. There were so many videos at the beginning of December kind of taking up my time that I decided to skip favorites. But there's so much stuff I've been loving that I figured I would just do a video and call it like what I've been loving recently. So this has no particular month associated with it. It's just what I've been loving. I forgot to put on lipstick. Okay, I had forgot to put on lipstick. Now I have some lipstick on. All right, so let's talk about what I've been loving. A lot of these things I'm also going to be talking to you about in my updates video that I'm going to be doing from like all the first impressions I did in the last 6 weeks, but not too many. I didn't want to overload that to talk about things doubly. So first thing is the Lancome Tint Adult Ultra 24-Hour Makeup, this foundation. I just bought this during Black Friday? Yeah, Black Friday. I love this stuff, you guys. It took me a long time to try this because I already owned the Lancome Tint Miracle, which is one of my favorite foundations. Lancome seems to do really good foundations because I really like this one too. This is what I'm wearing today. This is very full coverage. It's really good if you have oily skin. Like, it lasts throughout the entire day. Even you guys know how oily my skin is. It lasts through the entire day. Now I still have to blot probably once like I would normally, but it doesn't go away. It doesn't come off. Like, it sets. It's really good. It feels really good too. Like, it's not overly drying. I don't know how somebody with dry skin would do with this, especially in the winter, but for me, it's been awesome. I did an all-day wear test on this foundation quite a few months ago when Candy Johnson wouldn't stop talking about it. It's the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. Mine is in the shade One Linen, by the way, in the Lancome Ivoire 4N. I did my test a few months ago. I like this. I kind of put it away because in the summertime, this kind of melts off my face, but I took it out again over the last month and I've been loving it. So it has this huge applicator, which is just ginormous, but I just kind of swipe it over my face and then, you know, dab it with a beauty blender. Same as the Lancome. Like, it just looks so great on the skin. It's very full coverage. It lasts so well. It sets. Now that the weather is cooler, I don't have to worry about it with my oily skin. I mean, you guys know I have tons of foundation, so I'm able to kind of switch things up. If you're a one foundation kind of person, I don't know if you'd want to invest in something that you couldn't wear all year long, but for me, it's cool. I've been loving this. It's so good. The Estee Edit has a lot of good stuff, you guys. They have a lot of good stuff. I'm going to talk about a lot of their stuff. So as you know, the Estee Edit is the Estee Lauder kind of young thing they're trying to do that just launched this year. This is the Estee Edit Pore Vanishing Stick. I got this during the VIB sale. I literally picked this up on a whim. I was not planning on buying it. I saw it in the store. It's this little kind of balm that just rolls up. It's got this little kind of dot in the middle. It doesn't really have any color when it goes on, so I'm not really sure what that does, but I just put it in the areas where I want my pores to go away. So right here, right here, right here. And it just fills in your pores. It's very much kind of like what the Benefit Professional does. And so I've just been using this constantly. Like, I've already put a dent in it. I've been using this almost every time I do my makeup. This is what my husband thought was chapstick that I was putting on my face when he did The Husband Does my voiceover. Next thing, I've had this in favorites before, but I have literally been using only this to bronze with over the last month, and I've not even been contouring anymore, you guys. I just have been sticking to bronzer only, and I've been liking it. I like eliminating that step of contouring. I feel like I get enough definition just with bronzer anyway. I don't know what you think, but I love this. You can see like it's supposed to have like the silky waves in it. Well, mine are all kind of like wrinkled sheets now. And I don't know. I just love this. It smells so good. The color is beautiful. Like, it's just such a light, cool tone bronze. Like, it's just enough. It's not giving me that bronze goddess look. It's just giving me that little bit of color definition that I really want this time of year. By the way, I saw on Instagram that they have come out with butter blushes now. It looks like at least 2 colors. I can't wait to get my hands on them and test them out. I've been stalking stores. I haven't seen them yet, but as soon as I see them, you know I'm snatching them up. So I did a first impressions with this. I will link any videos associated with anything I talk about. And I think in that, I think I said I wasn't sure if I liked this. Well, let me tell you, I love it. So this is the Cover FX. It's called the Perfect Light Highlighting Powder, and this is in the shade Moonlight. There is a shade called Sunlight. I was actually just in Sephora yesterday and I swatched them both together because I was thinking I might pick up Sunlight, but it doesn't do what this one does. Moonlight just gives this ethereal glow that looks exactly like it's your own skin, yet just like really beaming. So it looks like your skin, but it still looks intense, which is kind of weird. And I think that's because it just blends into your skin so seamlessly and so well. So that's what I love about this. The color is beautiful. I mean, I love the shine it gives and all that, but it's the way it blends and melts into your skin. I don't think I've seen a highlighter do what this does in terms of blending. And it's not like I'm sitting there, you know, taking extra time. It literally, like, I just do what I normally do. I take a tapered highlighter brush and I just swipe it, you know, right there, maybe a little bit up here, and this just seamlessly melts into your skin. So beautiful. The one gripe I have about this is the packaging is super cheap. It's just cheap plastic. I don't like that. Pick up Moonlight. It's beautiful. I have MAC shadows all over my eyes today. It's not the MAC shadows, all of them, that are my favorites, but I do have, just so you know what I'm wearing, I have Cranberry all over my lid. I have Sketch kind of in the outer V, and I have, what is that, Blanc type as my, what do you call it, brow bone highlight. And then I have Quarry as kind of my blending out shade, and Quarry is this color that I have been obsessed with for the last month and a half at least. This is like a cool tone purpley brown. I absolutely love it. It's kind of got a little bit of gray in it. I don't know, it's definitely brown, but it's super cool tone. I love this for blending out shadows. It's such a good transition shade if you like cool tones. So there's a little swatch of it there. You could see, like, this would be like a perfect contouring shade if they had it in a big pan, but it just blends out really nicely. Obviously that's a heavy swatch, but you know, I just use it kind of within my crease to blend out any dark colors. Let's talk about blush. I don't know, thanks phone. I don't know if this is still available, but if it is, try to get your hands on it if you can, especially if you're on the fair side. This is absolutely gorgeous. This is the Nutcracker Sweet from MAC, the blush in Sweet Vision. It's actually called Magic Dust Powder. You guys, look at this packaging. The purple and pink together, and then you open it up and it's got the gold inside and the stars in the powder. Oh my gosh. Packaging is so great on this. I mean, there's been a lot of hype around it, but this blush is beautiful. It's this like peachy pink gold shimmery loveliness. This can go on really sheer, or you can build it up. You can just use this as a blush topper if you want. I've been mixing my blushes like crazy. Like, I've been like a mad scientist with blush this month, just mixing things, using toppers on things. But this overall, I've been really enjoying. That's it blended out a little bit. Love that. More blush, the Estee Edit palette. I've been talking this to death. I've been loving it. Been loving taking my brush and sweeping it all across the middle here. And what I get, let's see if I can replicate it with a swatch on my fingers. What I get is just like a really light dusting of pink shimmer. And it's not really a blush on its own. It really is more of a blush topper, but it's gorgeous. In my Black Friday haul, I said I thought I wouldn't really like this and I might return it. Well, it turns out it's actually really pretty. So this is the Smashbox LA Lights Blush and Highlight Palette in Culver City Coral. So there's 3 shades in here. You got 2 blushes and 1 highlight. I still don't really like the highlight, but I like as a highlight, but it looks really nice mixed with the blush. So both of the blushes are matte, and if you decide you want a little bit of shimmer, you can just like run your brush throughout. You can mix and match. But I put this on the one day, wore it, and I looked in the mirror, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. So they are very pigmented blushes, and obviously it's called a coral palette. You can see they are definitely on the coral side. The highlight, like I said, isn't much of anything. Like, it's not that it doesn't show up, it's just that it's not shimmery like a highlight. It's just more of like a satin blush in a way. So it is pretty, but on the cheeks, absolutely gorgeous. How many times can I say gorgeous in one video? Last blush item, this is the Hourglass Ambient Strobe Lighting Blush Palette. So I got this on Cyber Monday when it was only available to Rouge, but it's now, I think, available to everybody. I don't know, I saw it on the website on Sephora. So this is mainly what's on my face today. There are 3 blushes in here. So you have this one, Incandescent Electra, which is in their permanent range, I think. Brilliant Nude and Euphoric Fusion. This one is what's on this portion of my cheek, and then this one I have kind of more on the back of my cheeks, and so gorgeous. Like, I love that look. It's so glowy, yet, you know, it's still a little bit of a flush, but I love how much glow you get. Yeah, obviously I have a highlight on top too, but you actually don't even really need a highlight, but you guys know, like, I'm just a little highlight crazy, so. The nude one, I haven't really been wearing it on its own. It's okay. But I have actually like mixed them all together and it looks beautiful. These are not super pigmented, but I actually really like that about this because they're so glowy that I feel like what you're doing is you're just giving yourself a little bit of rosy glow. Especially if you mix them all 3 together. But I don't feel like I want a ton of pigment with these because of how much glowiness there is. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like it would be a bit too much. This is great for a super natural look. I did a few like no makeup days where I just used the peachier one and it looked gorgeous. Couple of eyeliners. I can't remember if I put this in my last favorites in October. I might have, but so sue me, it's really good. It's the DreaCN Modster Smooth Ride Supercharged liner, and it's just black. It's super dark and creamy, really great. I got this in a set. I don't love the liquid liner. I think it's good, but it has kind of dried out really quickly. But this I really like for my waterline. It's what I'm wearing in my waterline today. And my waterline is super, like, nothing wants to stay in there. And this one will kind of wear away, kind of on the edges over maybe an hour or 2. So I just kind of reapply it, and that's with setting it with eyeshadow, but literally nothing stays in my waterline. So I'm okay to like reapply it because it stays better than anything else that I have ever tried. And this stays in my waterline really well too. This is the Estee Edit Inside Track Eye Kajal. And it's got 2 sides. It's got Bold Bordeaux and Urban Nude. You guys, these are so creamy and beautiful. This color is so gorgeous. It's called Bold Bordeaux, but to me, it's not really, like, Bordeaux kind of makes me think of burgundy. This is much more brown. I'm not complaining. I really like it. And then the other side is called just Nude, Urban Nude. And it is so brightening. If you put this in your waterline, your eyes look so awake, and it's super creamy. Like, it just glides. It's so great. I've been loving this, especially this side, but I have used this a ton this month as well. Surprisingly, I have a lot of lip favorites this month, even though I haven't really, like, I haven't been trying to repeat things, but there are a few things I've been going back to. So the NARS, what are these called again? Velvet Lip Glides. I own 2 of them. I own Bound, which is somewhere else, and I really like that one. And this is what I'm wearing right now. This is called Playpen. So this is like a liquid lipstick that does not dry down. It's kind of more of like a really pigmented gloss, but it lasts a really long time. Once you've worn this for a while, the shine kind of will go away and it will start looking a little bit matte, but definitely not transfer proof by any means, but super comfortable. It's got this kind of gel-like plush kind of pillowy feel on your lips. Beautiful product. I love this Playpen color. I love Bound, which is just kind of like a dusty rose. This NYX lingerie in Exotic, I really like this color. This is not my favorite formula of liquid lipsticks. I think it's nice, but it's kind of tricky. Like the other one I have in this, can't remember the shade name, but it's not the best in terms of consistency. But I love this color. It's kind of this burnt rosewood color. Love that a lot. Been wearing that. This one here I just got on Black Friday and I wore it in a video once, I think. Anyway, it's the Revlon Ultra HD Matte Lip Color in the shade Devotion. This has been around for a while. The smell of these is really weird. It's like super fruity. These are kind of moussey in a way. They don't really dry matte, like they kind of still look glossy on your lips, which is kind of weird for a matte lipstick. But definitely not transfer proof either, but I really like that shade. It's really pretty and very comfortable. It does lose a little bit of the glossiness after time. Do you know what I mean? And then Stila Stale Day Liquid Lipstick in Patina. I think I was wearing this in a gift guide video and I had forgotten to put it in the description, and like a whole bunch you asked me what I was wearing. So it's this. It's the Stila Stale Day Liquid Lipstick in Patina. And I got this in like a little mini 3-pack set. I don't know if it's still available. I'll try to link it for you guys if it is, because all 3 colors are beautiful, kind of rosy nudes. But there it is right there. I mean, can you tell what my favorite colors are? So let's talk about the Kate Moss Nude Collection. I have 3 shades now. I have 42, 43, and 45. I think some people are having trouble finding these. My store did not have them for the longest time, and then now when I go to store, like they're in the permanent display with the other lipsticks. So if your store doesn't have them yet, hopefully that will happen soon. I know I saw Walmart in the States like online carrying it. I don't know where else carries it, but I'm sure they're not that hard to track down. Let me just show you a few of these colors. You guys know I love my nudes. Once they're on your lips, they don't actually look that different from each other, but you guys know I love nude lipstick. I've been loving these. I don't love the scent of these ones, but I can get over it. Very last makeup favorite. These are the Ardell 162s. I've worn them a couple times. They're looking a little maybe all janky in there, but you can see how they look. These look so beautiful on the eyes. They look actually pretty natural for being eyelashes. And I love Ardell lashes for the bands. Like they're not that super thick band. I hate the super thick bands. Always have trouble with them. So I just love Ardell lashes in general, but I wore the Demi Wispies a lot when I started wearing lashes, and these ones here, the 162s, I think are just really stunningly beautiful. Let's talk about some lashes that are a huge fail, because I've been meaning to talk to you guys about this for a long time, but because I skipped like my favorites last month, I couldn't. These are from the Sephora collection. These are the Audacious number 21. These are freaking garbage. So these are all messed up in here because the band is so thick on these that anytime, no matter what eyelash glue I would use, when I would, you know, I always apply first right in the middle, and then I press this side down, and then I press this side down. So when I go to press this side down, this pops way up, and then I press this side down and this pops way up. And because the band is so thick, it doesn't want to bend. And even you can sit there kind of trying to make it flexible, it doesn't work. So I don't know if you can tell, like over here, it's kind of all messed up because of all the fiddling I had to do with them. The eyelashes look really pretty, but they're just such a darn pain to work with. So I think it's too late for me to return them, but I would not recommend those. This is not fair, but I just didn't know where else to update you guys on this, and I figured since this is a new product, you would probably want to know. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Liner Noir. So they came out with a new mascara, and they came out with a new liner. This is the liner. It is a really cool shape. I really like, I don't know, it just fits nice in your hand. It's kind of a triangle, so it just fits really nicely in your fingers. It's not a brush tip, it's a felt tip, and it's very stiff, which is okay for like laying down the color right along your lash line. You can just turn it on its side. Once you get over to this point where you're actually like making the wing, it can be a little tricky depending if it's feeling dried out or not. Definitely store it upside down if you purchase it so that the ink goes down, because once you've been wearing it for a little while, or not wearing it, once you've been applying it, you know, it kind of dries out, and then if you're not wearing black liner on the bottom, it will transfer. The first time I wore it, I was not wearing any you know, any liner at all on the bottom, and I was at work and it transferred all down in the inner corner here, and it was all like gray. It was it was really gross. But if you're wearing black, you don't need to worry about that. And so I'm just gonna save it for those days. I do like it, but it does transfer. So just wanted to update you on that. A few non-makeup related favorites. Who else likes these? These are the Lindt Lindor truffles. There's only 3 left in here. I don't know how many it started with, but these are so good. They have that like melty chocolate in the middle. And they have sea salt. These are the sea salt ones. I actually don't even really like these except for the sea salt version. We ordered from Swiss Chalet the other night, and we ordered the festive meal, and it came with like a box of Lindor chocolates. There's only one of the sea salt, and that's when I tried, and it like blew my mind. I was like, yes, I'm on board. So I bought a whole bag. When you add salt to chocolate, there's just something about that like salty sweet at the same time. It's so good. So now that the holidays are around, those are like everywhere in stores. I talked about this in my gift guide under 50 video. This is my Kate Spade coffee tumbler. It's just, I love the design on it. It just reminds me of like a vintage diner. But anyway, it's like one of those double-walled stainless steel tumblers, like a travel thing. I love the shape of it because it's like thin but tall, and it really does keep your drink hot for a really long time. I've been drinking a lot of coffee lately. Normally I used to drink half a cup in the morning, and now I've been drinking like 2 cups a day. Not today. Can't believe my hyperness on coffee today, but I have been drinking like 2 cups of coffee a day, and this has just been keeping it hot to the point where like I can finish a whole coffee. It used to be where I would let it go cold and I'd be like, I'll just throw it out, you know, but now I'm drinking my coffee like a good girl. Okay, last thing before I talk about Christmas movies is these pop sockets. I also talked about this in my gift guide under 20. So I have turned so many people onto these now, like friends and family, and I can't stop talking about them. I got mine off Amazon, but I know you can order them directly from the Pop Sockets website. I'm not affiliated at all. It's not sponsored. This is just something I really find useful, and I don't feel like I could use my phone without these anymore. So they lay flat if you're gonna put this in your pocket or your purse, and then you can pull it out 1 time or you can pull it out 2 times. You can see the difference there. That's 2 times, that's 1 time. And it makes it super easy to hold your phone. So you can either have 1 on here or you can have 2. Like if I just had 1 on here, I could hold it like this, but I really like the way it feels having 2 on here like this. Like my phone is not going anywhere. These things are stuck on, like I don't even, you'd have to pull really hard, like get a knife under there and peel it off. It's really stuck on there, and it's just super easy to hold your phone. It's really easy to like Snapchat with or to like text with, and it's like great for propping up if you're watching YouTube. You know, you just prop it right up when you're doing your makeup. You have a little built-in phone stand. These are so awesome. And let's just talk about Christmas movies for a second, because Christmas is coming up, or holiday movies in general, whatever you like to watch. I have so far watched National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, which I watch every single year. That's my favorite. It never gets old for me, ever, ever, ever. I always laugh out loud. We watched Elf the other day, and probably gonna watch Love Actually tonight. Love Actually, you guys, last year I remember watching Love Actually, and I was gonna like put it in one of my vlogs, and do you know like the subplot with the 2 actors who are like on set? Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, well they're naked throughout like most of the movie, and I was like, oh my god, I totally forgot about that part. There is nudity in that movie, a lot of it. You'd think like it's not that kind of movie, but there's a lot of nudity in that movie. But I love that movie at Christmas time. That's one that I only recently got into over the last couple years. Christmas Story is another one that I feel like I have a lot of childhood memories around, but when I put it on, I don't know, I'm just not that into it anymore. Maybe I'll try again this year. So let me know what your favorite Christmas movies are. I also really love The Miracle on 34th Street, the old black and white original one. If you guys haven't seen that one yet, you should seek it out. It's really, really good. And of course, we always watch The Grinch, and we always watch The Charlie Brown Christmas. if you guys know me, you know. Of course I'm gonna watch Charlie Brown Christmas. Okay, so I guess that's it. I feel like really chatty. I do have another video to film, so I guess I can keep talking, but I feel like I don't want to say bye, but I have to. So that is it for today. Thank you for spending your time with me today. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.